All right, stop. Hey, take a look. On this episode of the Married Into Crazy podcast, we're going to find out if the ring is still a thing. So, got a little clip that we're going to share of Steve Harvey, and then we're going to get into this conversation. So, stick around.
It better be a thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whether you've been married 1 or 20 plus years, at some point you realize you married into crazy. And that's what our show is all about. If your marriage or relationship is compassionate, real, accountable, zealous and yielding, or just plain crazy, Snooks and Lovey offer love, laughter, and a dose of reality as they unpack this thing called marriage. Sit back, relax, and get your ear hustle on. It's time to start the conversation.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy E.T. Look, if you're looking to or you got to raise the bar on your marriage, you gotta click the link and get into Married Into Crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, this coaching is gonna take your relationship to another level. Now look, you already know you need to raise the bar. You know that already. So stop thinking or overthinking. Click that link, and Marriage Into Crazy is gonna take you and your spouse to marital bliss. Now you know. Click the button. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Married Into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey.
I'm Snooks.
And I'm Lovey. She's over here doing her dance and all that.
Around. My bad. Sorry, I wasn't ready.
Look, y'all, hey, we wanted to actually come back and give you something that I think is a timeless conversation. Something that we may revisit from time to time, and it's kind of sad that we even have to. But I'll get into that in just a little bit. Look, make sure that wherever you're listening to it, if you're watching us on YouTube or you're listening on Pandora or on YouTube, or I said YouTube, didn't I?
YouTube.
I did.
iTunes.
It's not even iTunes, it's Apple Podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever venue you're listening or watching, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and leave a comment. Make sure you put 5 stars if you can. But, and most importantly, share it with a friend. There's some things that are going to be coming up, particularly as it pertains to marriage, because that's our jam. Get it to those individuals. Don't recommend it to your single friends unless they're like really getting close to getting married or getting engaged. Engagements are cool, but the ones that are at the club, racking them up, we're probably not the podcast for them.
Racking them. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It was something from my past that I just completely forgot about.
Clarify. He
my
said
age
racking
is
them.
kicking in.
But did you see he was really into it though? He's like racking them up. I mean, yeah, okay. We need to have a conversation later, apparently.
And I plead the fifth. But hey, welcome back. This is the Married Into Crazy podcast. We talk about all things marriage. Mm-hmm. We've been married for 27 plus years, and we've been through some things. Mm-hmm. If you haven't been with us from the very beginning, 6 days after we got engaged, I ended up getting stabbed by her. I don't want to call him estranged. Would you say he was estranged?
He was my
ex-boyfriend that was like, borderline stalker.
Yeah.
It's just popped up in the most inopportune times, just saying, hey, what about me? But he popped up and said that with a knife, plunged it into my chest, went all the way through my heart. So when we say that she got my heart, ooh, she got my heart.
How did I didn't.
Not her.
Okay.
I don't want to say he got my heart.
Well, I mean, technically.
Technically, yeah. So anyway, we went through that. That was the start. That was before we got a chance to say the I do's. And then so many things transpired after that. 4 years into the marriage?
I asked for a divorce on our anniversary at Morton's. I just have to throw that in because he loves to bring that up.
And for those of you that don't know what Morton's is,
it's
an expensive steakhouse. She could have said at Taco Bell, anywhere else. I'm sure we went to McDonald's that week.
We didn't go to McDonald's that week.
Anyway, so there was that, and that was the beginning. So we had the rough start, and then 4 years later, the request for a divorce, but we made it through. And that's what we talk about. The things that we've learned, the people that we've met, and the reason why we are so into marriage. And we bring you all kinds of subject matter experts. We bring you other couples that have been through some things, and they offer their nuggets of wisdom as well to help you along your journey. Mm-hmm. So this week, I'd like to offer up another clip.
Well, go ahead and show it.
Okay. So I'm going to reach down because I forgot to bring it up a little bit earlier. And I'm going to bring up this clip and see what you think about it. Okay, give me your thoughts. It's not cooperating with me.
Where your ring at, dog?
We don't wear rings because our love is in our hearts.
That's what you told her? Does she have a ring on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wear a ring.
Yeah, you don't wear a ring cause what now, Johnny? Y'all's love is in y'all's heart.
Yeah, that's the story I'm going with.
Yeah, cause you had to tell that to her as to why you won't wear no
But we
ring.
had agreed at the beginning, but she changed her mind at the
Yeah,
end.
she changed. Yes, Johnny. They all changed their mind. Where your ring at, dog?
All of them changed their minds, Johnny.
That is so funny.
Johnny, don't fall for the rope-a-dope. Don't fall for don't get bamboozled. Don't let Plymouth Rock fall on you. Put the ring on, homie. Keep it on. Don't take it off.
That's how Cashin and Key, shout out to cousins in Texas. That's how they are. Don't ever take off their rings. I was cooking, and I remember I took my ring off, and she about had a fit. Why is this on the counter? I said, oh, because I didn't want to get, you don't ever supposed to take your ring off. I was like, bruh, you just got married. Be quiet. I've been married a long time.
Well, is that qualify if you've been married a long time to take it off?
It could. The love is in our hearts, right?
Don't fall for the okie doke.
Anyway, you're so funny. But there is something about rings. I want to say, like he said, Johnny said, we agreed, but she changed her mind. And then Steve was like, oh, they all changed their mind. There is something about rings in marriages, especially more particularly, I feel like with women. It's a thing. It is a thing,
What did Beyonce say?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Johnny. Just saying.
Okay, but see, now that's making me think of something else. Like, anyway, because I'm like, yeah, a ring, but what does a ring signify if he ain't right? But you know what I'm saying?
We don't want to go. If you want to hear that conversation, you can go back to a previous episode called "Is the Ring a Thing?"
Okay. Anyway, so yesterday, I went with my niece and the girls. Mm-hmm. We went to a bridal expo. Our niece just recently got engaged in January, and so she asked me to come with her to a bridal expo. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I met her at the country club, and so
who goes to those things? I mean, like, what kind of vendors are there?
So there was a cake vendor. Oh, shout out to Sweets by Savvy.
By Savvy?
By Savvy, yeah. She has an Instagram. I put in show notes just because. Anyway, so there was a cake vendor. There were flower vendors, a couple of them. There were a couple of wedding. Oh my God, what are they called? The
coordinators?
The wedding coordinators / planner.
Do people bring out like dresses and stuff and like, oh, here's our $25,000 dress?
No, it's so funny that you even say that though, because there was a lady, she was sitting at a table and her main thing was to give away magazines.
Just to give away magazines?
There was a bridal magazine. She put 3 bridal magazines in a bag and she gave it to our niece. So there, like I said, there was a couple of, there was a DJ that was there also.
Was the DJ playing music, or was the DJ just there saying, hey, I'm a DJ?
No, he was playing music. And they had, their cards and stuff out. And so we went outside, and then there was a photo booth. A photo booth. Like this photo booth was bomb though. It was super cool because it was like not just a regular booth, but it was in like a little blow up house or like a little blow up room. And it was so cool.
I've seen those on Instagram and a variety of different social media.
Well, I had never seen that before.
Those
So
cool.
you should have seen. I mean, first of all, we're going to take pictures. But
so so I want to get back to the ring.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you asked me who was there. What vendors were there?
I should not.
And then
I
there
forgot who I was talking to.
And then there was a bounce house lady there. That's for the kids or something. And
Okay.
there was I only have two more. And there was there was a photographer and a videographer, and then another lady was there, like not planning wedding events, but like for bridal shower stuff like that, or whatever. So anyway, so we got there first, and when she came in, waiting for her, and we started. I was like, okay, let's start over here. So we went over there, and she had a sash on that said bride, and the first thing they asked her was like, they said, congratulations. Oh, let me see your, can I see your ring? So she held out her ring. Oh my God, it's so cute. Da, da, da. It's more like an heirloom kind of ring because it was my mom's ring.
So her grandmother's.
Her grandma's ring, yeah. So, I was standing there and I was talking to someone else, but the action caught my eye. How, like I said, they were just, oh, congratulations. Let me see your ring. It's like the ring is a real thing.
So let me ask you this. When they do that and they say, oh, let me see your ring. Oh, it sounds all cute. And you're like, oh, girl, look at this. That. Are they passing judgment on you, or are they passing judgment on the guy? Or are they passing judgment at all?
I mean, there are some who are authentically happy for you that you got married, that you're getting married. There are some who, I think the judgment for the guy and the lady kind of go hand in hand, because they're oh, okay, and they're thinking, kind of like,
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, frowning up at you because you're not keeping up with whoever, and then frowning at him because he's a bum maybe in their eyes, because if you don't have
bust out with the
right,
16
you're not
carats.
wearing 8 carats or 7 or 5 carats or whatever. I mean, and we actually know people. I know people that are like that, where they've made comments before about it better not be under a carat. Whatever. Anyway, so I just watched the interaction, and I was like, oh, the ring is a thing. I mean,
still,
just from the first congratulations, let me see the ring. It's like sometimes more emphasis is placed on the ring than it is. I mean, maybe not the relationship because they don't know them, but
it's important.
That means something. Is it important?
Well, I mean, does it mean something, or is it just because it's, I don't know, is it locked into tradition?
I mean, first of all, for me, it does mean something. I ain't gonna lie. It means something. Why you say it like that?
It means something.
It does mean something.
Y'all, she be losing rings. So look, that smile tells it all.
I don't lose them. They're
They
in
just
the
get
house.
lost.
I take them off because I'm super busy, guys. Okay, so here's my thing. Now he's want to open up a can or whatever. If I wasn't cooking and doing the cleaning and all that kind of stuff, I'd always have my ring on, except for when I went to take a shower or something like that. But because I got to get my hands dirty, I don't want my ring to get dirty, so I take it off.
Look,
That
when you
saves
get
you.
buck naked, the only thing that needs to be on you is that ring.
So that's why I take it off.
Listen, she has lost rings. Had
Rings. I've
she
lost
lost a ring.
rings.
A ring. Lost a ring. Had to have a ring replaced.
Okay.
Losing stones. That's not her fault.
I was about to say, that's your fault. I'm passing judgment.
No, but the ring is important. I think because it signifies that bond, right, between husband and wife. It's the whole meaning of the ring, that it's a concentric circle that goes all the way around, and you don't know where one begins and the other ends. You're together.
I was like, right here. Can you see that?
Well, I'm not the two together where it does the Venn diagram. I'm talking about just a ring, just that circular motion.
Oh, okay.
That it signifies, like as two become one, that you're there. It's not like, oh, there's a half moon and there's a half moon, and and it shows where one begins and one ends. It's actually a full circle, and You don't know where one began. Because if people see us, they see Snooks and Lovey. I guarantee that when I walk in a room, for the people that know us, and many more of your people should know us, by the way. Make sure you're referring out the podcast, the YouTube channel, so more people can know and participate in this conversation. But anyway, people that know us, it's automatic. When they see me, they see you. It's like I'm like your ambassador. I'm like the ambassador for our marriage. Mm-hmm. I'm the ambassador, and same thing with you. When you go places, they're like, "Oh, Lovey." It's like all the people. When I was heavily involved in Eric Thomas's, shout out to ET. When I was involved in Breathe University, met so many individuals, either virtually or in person, traveling around and whatnot to the different conventions, that by the time they actually meet Snooks, they're like, I feel like I've known you my entire life. They know so much about her. And I think it's that circle. It comes back to that concentric circle because they don't really, metaphorically speaking, know where I begin or end because we are linked. We are together. Well, and that's what the ring signifies.
Well, I mean, okay, and that's true, but I feel like for us, because maybe, I want to say maybe, people that do not even know you, just like you talked about, they know of you because I speak of you. I talk about you, and I'll say something, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, because my husband, da. And then I eventually I'll start saying Lovey, and they're like, oh, okay, who's Lovey?
Yeah, which one are you Lovey?
Yeah, who's Lovey? Or just because first I'll say, if I say, oh yeah, because my husband did blah, blah, blah. And then when I talk about you or like a conversation we had, it's in first person. I'm like, oh, and Lovey said blah, 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 whatever. I never be like,
gotcha.
Well, you know what I mean? That wasn't first person, but you understand.
I was like, she messed it all up. No, I'm just playing.
Because, I'm going to beat myself up after this, right? Really?
Really? I am educated?
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Then they're like, okay, who's Lovey? Because they'll ask sometimes what your name is. And anyway, but that's because we speak of each other, to know me. Oh yeah, you're going to know about my husband. But let me just say something back to your point about the circle and the whatever. It should be like that. It really should. But for some people, I think we may have spoken about this a while ago, it's a contractual type of thing,
Expand. Tell me more.
There's an exchange that's happened, right? I'm going to marry you. You're going to give me something that says, I want you or whatever, and I'm going to accept it, and then we're going to move forward. We're not going to move forward unless I got that.
Unless you got a ring.
Unless I got a ring. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, right?
So that's the currency. So
but that's just my little opinion.
You use the word transactional.
Contractual.
Oh, contractual. I think so. Well,
but it is transactional if you think about it. There's a transaction that happens. You ask me to marry you. I say yes. You give me a ring. I put it on my finger. We just exchange.
We got pictures from a photo shoot where I'm hugging her. They're like, oh, get cute. Da, 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 da. I'm hugging her, and she's pulling my wallet out my back pocket. We can't even use the pictures because it shows my credit card number on there. When you zoom in. They're like, ooh, let me go through your social media and find that. Yeah, I'm like, Mr. Kirsten, your Amex has been maxed. That's impossible. No, it's maxed.
But do you know what I'm saying about that?
No, I do. And but you made me think of something.
Okay.
So, a marriage is not supposed to be that. The ceremony, the covenant is not supposed to be transactional. It's supposed to be transformational. Mm-hmm. And I think that, unfortunately, there's a large swath of society that has made the ceremony and the ring a transactional piece.
Well,
instead of transformational. It shouldn't be about the ring. It should, a symbol, yes. Mm-hmm. But for those individuals, and I'm going to sound judgy because I am, that are like, oh, it better not be less than 1.5 carats or 2 carats. Da, da, da. I'm generally going in the opposite direction if I hear something like that, simply because I just think that that's a transactional mindset. As far as the transformational, is it pretty? Is it an investment? That's one thing.
So I can't tell you what I really want.
What you really want?
I'm just playing. Go.
No, but I just think that we need to make sure that the ceremony itself and everything that we do when it comes to rings is transformational. Take the example, Steve Harvey's clip that we played. He wasn't wearing it. Johnny wasn't wearing his, but his wife continued to wear hers.
Well, in Johnny's defense, though, he said initially they agreed not to have rings, right? And then she changed her mind. So because she changed her mind, does that mean he has to change his mind also?
Got to be equally yoked.
So a ring is the only thing that keeps us equally yoked?
It's not, but I'm a firm believer in once you actually leave the house, look,
so
it's like your watch. It's like your shoes. It's like everything else. When you leave, you better leave with that brand. You got branded. I don't care what fraternity you belong to. Whatever brand is on your arm.
Wow. Branding
that
hurts.
ring.
That just like we're all cows and we're is it the brand that what?
No, it's one of those things where I believe in my ring being on because I want the world to know that, just like I want the world to know that when it comes to my relationship with Christ, I want everyone to know whose I am. And my ring also lets people know that, because I be looking good when I leave the house.
Yes, you do, babe.
And then folks be like, and I'd be like, get off me, ladies. Don't love me like you do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the little down dirty shame.
No, but I just, there's something about it where I need to make sure that I have it with me because it's a reminder. Not that I need a reminder, but it's something that just.
I was about to say something.
No,
but...
it just, I don't know. I feel like I'm naked without it.
Well,
my personality
it's been
has
27 years, so yeah, you should feel like that.
But I think there's nothing wrong with that because to be naked, to feel naked without your ring, my identity is kind of caught up not in the value of the ring, but in the symbolism of the ring.
So do you feel like wearing the ring, it works as oh God, what is the word I'm looking for? It works like garlic. What is that? Like garlic?
Oh, like a repellent?
A repellent, yeah. So when you wear the ring, do you think that works? It works as a repellent? Like, I put the ring on, now I'm safe. Or
nope, it gives me superpowers.
I was about to say, or is it protecting you from them, or is it protecting them from you?
Based on my past, it's protecting them from me. No.
Okay, shoot, I was about to say what past?
No, I just think it's just part of my identity. It's my brand.
I got you. And I'm just actually, I'm playing devil's advocate because we will be late to an event if I don't have my ring on. If I can't, I'm like, where I put my ring at? Over down. And Lovey is in the car. Everybody's in the car, whatever. I will not leave the house without my ring. I will not. And I never forget when the day I lost my ring, I was devastated. And I was at work and I was looking all around and there was a man that I work with. His name was George. And George said, George was like, okay, what, let me help you. What you looking for or whatever. And I said, George, I don't know where my ring is. And I gotta find it, And he was like, well, he's an older man. He's like, well, baby, I'm sure you got other rings at home. I said, no, it's my wedding ring. He said, oh, shoot, we got to find that. We got to let everybody know you take it, You want everybody to know you belong to somebody. And I stopped and I looked at him when he said that. I said, I do.
Let's go, George.
I just remember that.
Shout out, George.
That. He said, you want everybody to know you belong to someone. And that does give me, not that like if I don't have it, I don't have that sense of belonging because I do have it, but it is like as a comfort to me. Like, okay, I got my ring on. Okay, we can go. You know what I'm saying? Some things, like you said, for you is your ring and your watch. Mine is my ring and my earrings,
That's true. I don't wear any other jewelry. For as long as you've known me.
I know. I try to get you to wear.
Sure, give me bracelets and stuff. I mean, that's just not me. I don't wear necklaces. I wear a pendant with my son's ashes in them. I wear, and I didn't wear anything prior to that. I wear my wedding ring and I wear a watch. And usually it's my Apple Watch or, one of the others, but it's just one of those things where, if I leave the house without any of those, quite honestly, so it's not just about the ring, but it's certain things that you get in this comfort zone. I like how you said you feel you're not as comfortable or what have you.
Yeah, I felt like I could. Okay.
So Johnny, you want to be comfortable. I hope, bro, after that episode that you taped with Steve Harvey and them, I wonder how long ago that was.
That's funny.
I hope you put your ring on, man, because it's a thing.
If he had one, I mean, but he may not have a ring,
Well, they had one. They said they just decided not to wear them.
He said that I don't think he even has one. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what I took from that he doesn't have a ring, And
he's gonna be like that. I saw a thing on TikTok the other day where they were getting married, and then little dude that was a ring bearer, and as his wife was walking by, he kept saying, "You got the ring, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, you got the ring, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And then the little boy was like, "Who do I give it to?" He's like, "You give it to him." And the little boy looked over at the best man like, "Him?" But it was all about the ring. So now you had three guys. You had the husband, what's it called, the ring bearer, and the best man, all stressing now over the ring. Like, you do got the ring.
But it kind of makes me feel some kind of way. I mean, and I even kind of pointed it out too, just how I feel like the ring is more important to women than it is to men, because it makes it sound like that's all we care about, that's the most important thing, and it has to be, it has to look this way or it has to look that way. There's a song that by Tony Braxton. It's an old song, but it's called Never Just. I think it's called Never Just for a Ring. And I mean, there's a whole story behind it, but just those lyrics always made me. That's always stood out to me, like like all the stuff that she did, all the things that she went through, or the relationship that they built together. It was never just for a ring. It was never just about the ring. But sometimes when things are described, you just talk about, how big is it, and was blah blah blah. It makes it sound like all we care about is the ring.
Makes you sound superficial.
So yeah, kind of superficial. You gotta be flashy. You gotta be whatever. I had a ring that was, the diamond was like, it came out of the thing and all that. I was like, can I get another ring? Because it was pulling on, like it would get
snagging
caught in or whatever. I put my arm through, and I'm like, oh, it's stuck or whatever, and it became inconvenient. It's like, as beautiful as it was, and as much as I liked it, I was like, I just need I need a flat ring. And then though, I mean, maybe because I had that before. Now I'm like, okay,
So with that said, we went a little deep. I wanted to do this a little bit earlier, but we're going to get to our segment. And this segment of the show is actually sponsored by RaiseTheBarMarriage.com. And it's all about raising the bar, the belief, actions, and results of your marriage. And so it's sponsoring the question of the day. Is the ring a thing? Is the ring so important to you that it trumps everything else? Like, if you lose the ring, does it matter? Do both of you wear your ring? What if you're out in public and you see your spouse without their ring? Does it make you feel some kind of way? Do you care? What?
I was going to say, if he left the house with it on and now you ain't got it on, yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Well, that's time for a pat down. Let me check your pockets. Up against the wall, homie. No, but raise the bar in your marriage. We always try and actually add one thing that you can do to elevate your marriage in this particular segment. And it's finding common ground. One of the most important things that you can do in your marriage is have a commonality when it comes to tradition. We do those things when it comes to holidays like Christmas and Easter, even birthdays, Thanksgiving, whatever it is that you celebrate, those are traditions, right? There's nothing said that you have to celebrate these things, but you do. And there's a certain way that every home does it. And you find commonality within your home because of the traditions. These are the traditions you pass down to your children. So we recommend that you find commonality when it comes to traditions like your ring. Discovering what it means to you. Have that conversation about, what does your ring mean to you? Does it hold any value? Is there significance? What is that? And have just an interesting conversation around that. But whatever you reach, have that commonality, because that will be one more thing that you're able to bond over.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, have that commonality and be honest and be open and be transparent with each other about why it's important to you or why it's not. Just like Johnny said, we agreed and then she changed her mind. And so now she has a ring. I understood it to be that he did not have a ring. Maybe he does, but he doesn't wear it. And have the conversations about, that bothers me that you don't wear your ring, or, well, I don't see why, blah, 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 whatever. But have a real conversation about it. I feel like just me, if I know that something really bothered you, like,
leaving cabinets open.
That doesn't bother you. You like that.
Now you're like Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? No, but I feel it's like what we talked about last episode, I believe, where I believe that the Raise the B.A.R moment was about checking in. And those moments when you check in, that's the time where you're like, so yeah, that would have been a perfect opportunity for that particular couple. I know we're making fun. It's out there in social media, but that would have been a great opportunity that if she had changed her mind to be able to say, hey, it does mean something to me, and I'd appreciate it if you wore yours too.
Yeah. And
he might be like, wait a minute, hold on. But it would have been a conversation.
Yeah.
Instead of getting clowned on national television, and now it's out there for eternity.
Because they always change their mind. We have the right to do that, ladies, so don't feel bad about it.
A woman's prerogative? No.
What?
Look, what you can't change your mind about is subscribing to the Married into Crazy podcast. We want you to really take your time, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget that it is March. So don't forget about the MIC Madness. March MIC Madness, Married into Crazy. So if you have gear already from the MIC store, go ahead, wear it, take a selfie, and get paid by taking a picture, posting on social media, tagging us at Married Into Crazy, and using the hashtag MIC Madness. You enter yourself into a drawing for an Amazon gift card in the value of $10. We're pulling all the names. We're going to select the winner randomly on April 2nd. And we will be mailing out either physical mail, snail mail, or if we have your email, which we will be asking for in the DMs if you win, to send you an electronic $10 gift card. $10 goes a long way for a lot of things. So you know that if you were in the checkout and they said, hey, here's $10 extra, you'd be ecstatic. Feel like you won the lottery.
I know I would.
So let us help you, right? And if you don't have gear, go to shop.marriedintocrazy.com and get yourself some Married Into Crazy gear so you can participate in the MIC Madness.
Yes.
So with that.
Are we done?
Yeah. Until the next time.
Be blessed.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Married Into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey. Please like, subscribe to, and review the show wherever you access it, and tell a friend about us. Visit marriedintocrazy.com and see how Snooks and Lovey can bless your marriage directly.